Welcome to Reparenting Daily, your free daily guide for inner child healing and repairing the relationship with yourself. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful binaural beats meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you can join us for this journey of self-expansion. If this is your first time, welcome. As a celebration of completing our first full year of Reparenting Daily episodes, I've opened a free membership tier for the Patreon community so that you can access more resources and join weekly Zoom calls for free. I understand there's a lot going on in the world right now, and I know that many people are really struggling. My hope with this is to encourage others to still pick up the work of reparenting and offer a free community where people can come together and do that. I'd also like to thank all of you who've been along on the journey so far. Just as a reminder, this is a free podcast, but you can support the project by purchasing the Reparenting Daily journal, where you can follow us along all year. This 333-page journal gives you extra insight and resources for each week, and it also provides space for you to keep your notes. Another way to support the podcast is to purchase the Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, volumes 1 through 3. This collection organizes famous and obscure fairy tales from around the world into 3 phases of the hero's journey, beginning, middle, and end. And while you might think that fairy tales are for kids, I'd like to challenge you here. These stories contain profound truths and lessons carried down over millennia that we can use to integrate in our reparenting journey. It's a fun way to connect with your inner child. Each volume contains 10 fairy tales. They include an analysis section to help you dive deeper into the message, as well as journal prompts to reflect on the story's meaning for your own life. Lastly, you can also support the podcast by taking a paid Patreon subscription, purchasing the books on the website, or by donating to Buy Me a Coffee. You can find all this information on the supporter section of the website. And so, with these announcements out of the way, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is a poem entitled Grounding in Self-Kindness by Norrgren. Just as a reminder, we are in February, and the theme for this month is self-compassion and self-kindness. We're in week 2, and the theme for this week is practicing self-kindness and self-forgiveness. As always, you can find a link in the show notes in case you'd like to read this poem in its entirety. Grounding in Self-Kindness by Norrgren. In the quiet of morning's tender grace, find the stillness, your sacred place. Grounding your body, feel the earth. Know in this moment your boundless worth. With breath as guide and heart as flame, embrace yourself, call your name. Let kindness bloom gentle and wide, and cradle your soul from deep inside. Empathy whispers soft and true, I am here, I am you. Let love's touch, warm and pure, be the balm that helps endure. Walk in peace, with care and stride, grounded in self, nowhere to hide. For when you meet yourself with love, you touch the world. Rise above. Go forth with grace, be the light, and know you are whole, even in the night. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. Welcome back. This poem brings self-compassion down from theory into the body. It begins with grounding, feeling the earth, noticing the breath, inhabiting the present moment. Understanding self-compassion isn't just intellectual, it's physical. When we slow down enough to feel our feet, our breath, our heartbeat, we interrupt the cycle of self-judgment. We stop performing and we start inhabiting. And it's in that grounded state that kindness becomes accessible. The line, embrace yourself, call your name, is powerful. So many of us speak to ourselves only in criticism or pressure. Rarely do we address ourselves with warmth. To meet yourself directly, not as a project to improve, not as a problem to solve, but as a human being, is a radical act. Self-compassion begins when we stop outsourcing validation and start offering it internally. No applause required. There's also a quiet strength in this poem. It doesn't deny hardship, even in the night, but it insists on wholeness regardless. The key distinction from self-esteem, or that is the key distinction from self-esteem, rather. Self-esteem says, I'm worthy when I'm winning. Self-compassion says, I'm worthy because I'm human. When you ground in that truth, you move differently, less defensive, less frantic, more steady, and steady always wins long term. As we go into the journal prompts for today, number 1, when I slow down and truly ground into my body, what do I notice beneath the noise of my thoughts? Number 2, if I were to gently say my own name and offer myself kindness, what would I need to hear today? And number 3, where in my life am I still trying to earn worth instead of recognizing that it already exists? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please find a place where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Just take some time to listen to yourself. Next, be sure that you are taking some time to be with your breath to connect with your body. Don't be disturbed or overwhelmed by your thoughts. Simply allow them to pass. Just observe them. Do not engage with your thoughts. Only be mindful of them passing as if they are drifting down a river. Use this time to connect with yourself. Whatever time of day you are listening to this, Namaste.